One Question is designed to give subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences.
Greetings, this is Ty Brown, and welcome to the One Question Leadership Podcast, where we highlight executive and organizational leadership. Be sure to follow us on social media at 1Q Leadership. I'm here today on campus at Tarleton State University, and I'm joined by Coach Lonn Reisman, and I am very happy to be here. Greetings, Coach. Thanks for joining us today.
Nice to have you.
Now, Coach, I'm here to talk a little bit. There's a special day today. Tarleton State is doing the official grand announcement, signing the papers to officially move up to Division I, join the WAC conference, and a number of other things that are important for the university on the academic and athletic side. But specifically for you, you've been here for 31 years now, Coach?
Yes, I've been here for 31 years, starting my 32nd, so been here quite a while.
Excellent. Majority of that time you were in the basketball coaching position and spent time as the athletics director. Now specifically focused in on being the athletics director, which gives you a wealth of experience from a bunch of different sides in terms of athletics. Back in 1988, you came in, the school was NAIA, non-scholarship, and you had to help the transition to Division II. Talk to me a little bit about when you reflect on the leadership you had to provide then coming in as a coach and working in athletics in that type of environment to the transition you saw back then.
We've kind of come 360 degrees, and I don't know how many schools actually come from an NAIA, non-scholarship school, all the way to the highest level of athletics in NCAA Division I. But we were an NAIA school when I first came here in 1988. We were very successful at the NAIA level at the NAIA division. After about 3 or 4 years, in about 92, 93, we weren't welcomed in that conference anymore because we were dominating that conference. And so we started looking at the Lone Star Conference. They were expanding. It was an NCAA Division II conference. Our school was at that time had a lot of enrollment increase. We were part of the Texas A&M University system, and so we started deciding, what about the NCAA, and what could that do for the visibility of our institution? What could it do for our visibility of our university? And so we went to the meetings, and we were given an opportunity to join the Lone Star Conference, and went through our transition at that time. And so I think our boosters and our alumni and our faculty and staff, our student athletes were excited that we were making a journey. And we felt like the journey was going forward, a forward journey for our university. And so in 1993, I think we joined NCAA Division II in the Lone Star. And around 2003, at one time, there was a Division I conference that was interested in us. And so we had preliminary talks with that conference at that time, and decided that at that moment that wasn't the right time to make the move in 2003. We'd been in Division II for about 10 years. And so, but we were very excited that people were looking at us as we had the possibilities of being a Division I university one day. And so what I decided to do in 2003 is, what would it take for us at one day to make that jump? What would it take? And we started looking at different areas of our athletic department and the things that we needed to improve and put us into a position that if we were given that opportunity again, we would look at it very seriously. And so, we were in exploration there for quite a while. Back in 2012, we started looking at it again, and it just, the fit just wasn't still there. And then, as you know, 2019 rolled around, and I'm looking at 16 years later, and I'm looking at this 16 years later, and the dream we never gave up. I always had something on my desk. It says, many life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. I refused to give up the dream as the leader of the athletic department. I always felt like I could see us moving to that level. And so when Dr. Hurley came in as president of Tarleton State University, he had that same vision. We had an opportunity. The WAC had come in, and they had a chance to visit with us and invited us to their meeting in fall, and the dream became reality.
Right. You think about your coaching experience. You never want to move too soon. You always want to make you do things right on time, right?
Exactly.
And of course, we never know when right on time is, but as a coach, you understand the value of preparation, the value and understand the work it takes to be prepared for when the opportunity hits, and that's what it sounds like you guys did.
It took 16 years. It took 16 years of preparation. It took 16 years of making sure that we're making the right decision, watching our university grow to over 13,000 students. We just have a new campus up in the Fort Worth area that it brings a lot of visibility to the DFW area up there, especially in the Fort Worth area. And so this is a historical time for not just our athletic department. This is a historical time for Tarleton State University, because what is the profile of being a Division I university going to do for the visibility of Tarleton State?
Right. I wonder, Coach, thinking back to the move to Division II, when you looked at that for I guess it was 10 years before you started looking at Division I, what was the inflection point? What were the results of moving to Division II? What did you see here on campus after that decision was made back in the 90s?
You could just see that our community and our alumni, they got more involved. Right. Because all of a sudden you're bringing in, the word NCAA means a lot. It's a high profile. It's a high profile organization. And by us stepping up to the NCAA, it seems like everyone else that was associated with the university and the athletic department stepped their game up also.
Obviously, you're bringing kids in on scholarship then, Division II, yes, right? You recruit a better athlete, not necessarily a better student, but a better athlete, right?
More skills.
When you talk about talent.
More talented, yes.
And I'd imagine with the success you've had, that has progressed continuously until now, and obviously now you probably have the opportunity to bring in more scholarships. I mean, that visibility that athletics brings when you move to Division II and then now you move up to Division I.
There's no doubt that Division II was a tremendous time for us. We were very successful. You know, basketball had been in Final Fours. Our football program has done tremendous. I think they've won. They're 22-1 in the last 23 games, and in the number 3 team in the nation. Our golf team won many championships. I can mention every program we have here, but all of our programs have been so successful in Division II. They've won either championships, they went on to NCAA championships and competed at a high level. And so as you see all this happening, I think other Division I conferences started to look at us as is this a possibility? We see Tarleton and we see the possibilities of Tarleton and what they could be in the future. And I think that's when we started getting some calls.
All right. I wonder about the input you received as you were making this decision and engaging your constituency from athletic alumni. Tell me about their input.
I think anytime you make a decision of this magnitude, there has to be a lot of people that are involved in the decision making, and there's no doubt about it. And you know, we went to we have a Texan Club board of directors that we visited with. We have other alumni associations that we had visits with. You know, we had some townhouse meetings on our campus that the president and myself and others went and engaged and answered questions. And we made sure that everybody was involved in making a decision of this magnitude, that it just didn't come out of this office. It came out, this is a huge decision that needs to be made by a lot of people to make sure that everybody was on board with this decision that we were going to go through with.
Right, it sounds like it's going to be successful. I wonder, Coach, Dr. Hurley came in August, right, just past August, yes. and in leadership, you've been in a leadership position for a long time. You know, when you either get a new supervisor or you hire somebody who works with or for you, there's always that period where you have to learn each other in terms of communication, in terms of how does this person like to evaluate, how will I be evaluated, what is our style working together to make this university great. Talk to me a little bit about the last few months working with Dr. Hurley on a number of different things.
Tremendous energy. Tremendous leadership. I've been impressed with his great communicator. He does a great job of communication, and he has a vision, and he's a leader that really goes after what he believes in. And I mean, he came in here and he said, I really want to do this Division I thing. I want to look at it and I want to make the right decision. And I think after he sat down and contemplated and where this university was going to go, and he explained to me, this is just not an athletic decision, Lonn. And I really appreciate his transparency and his honesty, because it is not just an athletic decision. This is a university decision, a Texas A&M University system decision, because he is concerned with the profile of the university. What does it do to our profile to be a Division I university? It does a lot to our profile. You know, you're going to get more media coverage for your institution. You're going to get television. You're going to get, you know, you're here today. And so he's looking at what Tarleton will be in the next 5 to 10 years. And I think that is the vision of a president that sees great things happening where this institution can be. And so working with him has been great for me, because I've worked under 4 different presidents at Tarleton State University, and he's the right fit, the perfect fit for a president here at the perfect time.
Excellent. I'll ask this final question here, and this is just a curiosity question. The campuses you have around the state, right? You mentioned a new campus up in Fort Worth. They're all Texans. Tarleton State Texans,
yes,
right?
Texans.
Will they cheer specifically for the Texans here on campus? Is this the central community that everybody around the state is cheering for, which ties them all together?
This is a mother campus. That's what I call it. This is the campus, but we really appreciate our satellite campuses like Fort Worth and Waco and Midlothian. I mean, those are very important campuses to us, and we're interjecting them in our campus. And we've invited them to be a part of games down here this year, and making sure that they understand that they are a Texan. They are a part of Tarleton State University, and when they get their diploma, they're going to get it from a profile of being of a Division I university. And that is, even our alums that graduated before now can look back and say, hey, I graduated from a Division I university.
Mm-hmm. And I was a part of the transition as we became successful to even have this conversation to make it a reality. Well, Coach Reisman, this has been an excellent conversation. I really appreciate letting me join you here in the office on the campus of Tarleton.
It's been my privilege. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, and come anytime.
That was Coach Lonn Reisman. He is the athletics director here at Tarleton State University. And of course, this is Ty Brown with one question. And keep in mind, the role of a leader is to create and maintain an environment that people want to be a part of. And as always, be better tomorrow than you are today. This episode of One Question is produced by Spades Media Group, solving problems using creative leadership.